This is a piece of petrified wood that was crushed into little pieces, little angular pieces after it was petrified, and then re-solidified with all this other material. Looks like there's some maybe epidote or serpentine in there, some chert. Just so cool. I just can't even believe it. So many beautiful rocks.
Hi everybody, it's Kate from KatyDid. As you saw, I have a new logo. I am so excited to introduce this to you. It was created by my daughter-in-law, Madison. She is a graphic designer and we worked together to create this wonderful thing. And I am just thrilled with the result. Today we have an awesome surprise. We are going to do a nab, slab, and cab video. So I'll show you where I found the rocks, then I will show you how I cut them, we'll take pictures of the slabs, then we'll go through the whole process of how a slab becomes a piece of jewelry. And I'm assisted by my very able husband, Jim, who happens to be quite good at the whole cabbing process, which is lucky for me because I'm not. And so I hope you enjoy it. It's been a really fun thing to do.
Oh, I was just feeling so sad about having to turn around without having found what I know is still hiding here. And I found this one, which is chunky.
The first step to any kind of lapidary work is to cut the rock with a slab saw. You can also use a trim saw for smaller pieces, but I'm lucky enough to have this slab saw that my dad made in 1972. And it's still ticking, so I feel very fortunate. This is a piece of agate that I had, and now we're going to put the other rock in. You can see that I'm just going to cut the end of it off right here.
Oh, this is going to be so good.
Time for another slab. Oh, this one is just so pretty. I just love the colors and the patterns, and oh, I just love it. It's so cool. Can't wait. Okay, so let's see now. What should I do? I have all these findings, and they're different sizes, different shapes, and I found that it's a lot easier to make a nice cab if I have a nice piece to put on the background. So let's see, which one will it be? This one, this one, this one. Let's take a look and see what will work best. The next step in the process is to choose a shape, which we already did when we found the finding, and then use a stencil to make a mark on it.
Ooh, that's going to be so pretty. It's always hard to decide what exactly it should look like.
Once you get the shape picked out on the slab, the next step is to use the trim saw. I can't do this one-handed, so I'll see you on the next step. Once you have the basic shape cut out, there is a next step that is just a purely grinding of the edges. I do this step and then I turn it over to my husband for the actual polishing and cabbing, because he is extremely careful and extremely patient, and I am not. So this is my old grinder polisher that I use to get rid of the edges. And then I turn it over to Jim, who we'll see very shortly. This is our new Cab King grinder polisher. It has 6 wheels plus a flat lip on the left and a polisher on the right. And it's because of you folks that we were able to get this piece of machinery. Whether it's shopping at the Etsy store, KatyDidRocks, which has a link in the description below, joining as a channel member, which gives you access to exclusive content, or just watching and sharing and liking and commenting, all of those things help the channel be successful. Fitting the cab into the pendant holder was probably the longest part of this whole process. It took so long that I stopped filming because it was a start and stop and start and stop. However, eventually Jim got it handled. Now that the cab fits in the pendant, we're going to grind it so that it's truly flat. You see it's marked here with a marker so that we can see where the edges are flat and where they are not actually touching the diamond wheel yet. It's very deceptive because it looks absolutely flat, and yet you can see here that it takes quite a while to achieve true flatness.
Just crazy.
Now that the cab has been thoroughly flattened, the next step is to round the edges. We've marked it with a marker here so that we can make sure that we have it rounded all the way around. This process is also called beveling. Now that we have it basically shaped, it's time to put it on a stick. These are called dop sticks, D-O-P. We use super glue and just a plain old dowel. There are many different ways to do this. This is just one that we found is convenient. Jim now uses the 2 grinding wheels on the left in order to shape it into its final shape. He then uses the 3rd grinding wheel to remove any scratches that were left behind from the first 2. After that, he moves on to the 3 on the right, which are polishers. The final step in the process before we put it into the finding is to polish it on a felt pad that is coated with diamond paste. This is a process that we're still playing with, but it makes it very shiny and very beautiful.
You know, I actually started to pick this up because I thought could be an agate. And I turned it over, and it is a big chunk of agatized wood with just beautiful grain. I'm really anxious to see what's inside this one. So obviously petrified wood here, and so agate-y looking elsewhere. It'd be cool if it was like a combination.
This is a piece of petrified wood that was crushed into little pieces, little angular pieces after it was petrified, and then re-solidified with all this other material. Looks like there's some maybe epidote or serpentine in there, some shirt. Just so cool. I just can't even believe it.
is pretty. Pretty, pretty jasper. I like the lines in it. I was talking earlier about Treasure State agates or TSAs, and I do believe this is one of them.
Isn't that pretty?
Stay safe, stay well, and keep on doing.